Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I want to take us through a really simple beat. We're in Machine, and we've got 3 tracks set up. 2 of the tracks are from a Machine expansion kit called Velvet Lounge. One is a melodic kit, so it contains a bunch of chords and licks on piano. The second is just a drum kit, straight up drums. And the third is a VST called Exhale. It's from a company named Output, and it's vocals. And if you go and you watch my last video, which I recommend, you'll see that we used a VST of theirs called Arcade. And so you'll see me frequently using their products because I really dig it. And I think they've got some super high quality stuff. And so today, we're gonna take a look at some of it's called a vocal engine. So we'll see what that's all about. But my goal with this video was, one, for beginners who don't really have a good grasp yet of music theory. There's no chords, there's no chords required here. There's no melodies required here. It's just this melodic kit that comes in the expansion pack from Machine, some drums and some vocals, and with those 3 elements, we'll see what kind of track we can build. I hope we can build something sweet that gets a little vibe, right? So without further ado, let's get into this. Awesome. So we got that down. Now we can go back in and put some drums to it and start to build a vibe up off this. So let's get back into Machine and let's put a simple drum track down and we'll build up from there. We got something vibing. So we got our melodic kit doing the chords thing and the licks thing. We got our drums vibing a little bit. Now let's go back in and we'll put some vocals to it and we see what we can do. So back into Machine. I want to play some of these sounds so you guys can get an idea of kind of the richness of Exhale. The selection of sounds that we're using is from a preset they have called Fern.io. Don't know, don't name them. But it sounds like this. Cool, right? So I don't really know what sound is where, kind of like those sounds, but I'm just gonna place them in. So we got our chords going, we got our drums. Now we kind of have a structure we can like poke in with these voices and we'll see what we got. Let's do this. Awesome. So we got something chill. Those are all of our kits. We used everything. We used the melodic kit, we used our drums, and we got some vocals. Now what we can do is go in and start to build up more of the track. In Machine, you have this idea of scenes. That's what these are up here. And the scenes help you to arrange structures. So here in Machine, you can see we have our 3 tracks. And inside of each track, we have a pattern. This was our first melodic kit pattern. This pattern was our first drum pattern. And this third pattern in Exhale are our vocals. And what's really cool is we can create another scene here and say we want to keep our drums that we had, but now we're going to do different melodies with the melodic kit and different vocals. So from one scene to the other, this is like arrangement kind of stuff, from one scene to the other, we're keeping something similar and changing other things. And the thing that we're keeping similar is our drums, and then we'll go in and we'll change our chords, we'll change our vocals, and we'll start to build up a track like that. So let's do this. And instead of doing the chords first, let's just keep our drums and let's add some vocals and let's see what we got. Here we go. So what we did there was went back into machine, we kept our drum pattern, went into exhale, created some new vocal chops around those drums, went back into our melodic kit, kind of punched in some melodies there. Sounds okay, wasn't too crazy about it, but now at least we've got two different scenes. And what we're able to do now is add some more drums, add some more vocals, add some more chords. So I'll do that in a third scene. And I'll start with a new drum pattern actually. So let's create a new pattern here. And we've got a 4-bar pattern set up. And here I want to kind of bring the tempo of the track up. And so I'm going to do some hi-hat fills. And on machine you can hold note repeat, and you can do 1/8 note fills, 1/4 note fills, 16 note fills, triplets, really simply. And it helps to build up a kind of a cool vibe, right? And you get a little bit of bounce. So let's do that. Let's start with some 1/8 notes. That sounds pretty cool. So we've got 3 scenes set up here in machine. We have our first scene where we had our first 3 patterns, our second scene where we kept our drums, we added some new vocals and new chords, and our third scene here where we created an entirely new drum track and added new vocal chops. So let's kind of just play through these. I'll play through them sequentially so we can hear what we started with, where we kind of got to in the middle, and where we ended up. And I think it's time for us to arrange. Let's do it. So here's what it sounds like. think that's super simple, right? We didn't have to touch the keyboard. We stayed on our pads, which that works for me. I'm still in the process of learning. Sometimes fucking around with chords, fucking around with melodies makes it tough, right? You're in your head, you're playing with keys, you're in scales, you're thinking, is it right? And sometimes it's just like, you just want to use these kits, and that's what these kits are for. And it just allows you to catch a vibe and kind of stay on the pads. And for me, sometimes like I like that a lot more than getting too technical with it. It's all about feel for me. And today I hoped that I was able to show everybody with just some really simple stuff, right? You could do something kind of cool. So I hope everybody liked that. I hope you all learned something. And if you did, come back for the next video. Subscribe. You can subscribe below. You can hit that little bell. You'll get notified of new videos. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know. And if y'all want to talk about this, let's talk in the comments. So I'm super happy to reply to anybody. And I hope to see you all again soon. So have a great day. Have a great evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.